All right, guys, it's Mr. Flynn, and we are using Screencastify again. This time we're going to talk about absolute value. Absolute value is another one of those funky terms we have to know in sixth grade, but it's a really easy concept. So here is our fancy number line. And again, we just use the number line for, to reinforce the math concept. So it doesn't have to be huge for what we're doing today. So I'm going to put an arrow right there because we know a number line goes on forever in both directions. I'll put a zero in the middle. And now that's our number line. We know on the right, it's positive numbers. And as we go further to the right, those numbers get bigger. And on the left, we have negative numbers. And as we go further to the left, away from zero, those numbers get smaller. Absolute value is kind of a special thing. It has its own math symbol, and it's basically two lines, like that, and a number will be in the middle of it. An absolute value means distance from zero. Distance from zero. And because it's a distance, we will never have an answer to an absolute value question that is a negative. Okay? Absolute value is distance from zero, and it's always going to be a positive answer. All right. It's not just switching the signs like opposites, it's how far from zero is that number. So let's do an easy one first. Absolute value of 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Number 4 right there. This is how it would look, and that is red, the absolute value of 4. How far from 0 is 4? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the absolute value of 4 is 4. Let's look at the absolute value on the other side, the absolute value of negative 4. Okay, so here's negative 4 right here. I'm sorry, I should put those below. That should have been below. So negative 4 is also 1, 2, 3, 4 units away from 0. It's not negative 4 units, it's just 4 because it's a distance. So look what we have when we do absolute value. When we have absolute value, all we do is write that number that's in the symbol without any sign at all. It's always a positive number. Let's do a little bit more. How about the absolute value of 33, negative 33? Well, if I graphed negative 33, it'd be way to the left here on this number line, and it'd be 33 units away from 0. So the absolute value of negative 33 is actually positive 33. The absolute value of positive 33, it would be way to the right of 0, but it's also 33 units away from 0. It's distance from 0, so it's always positive. So the absolute value of negative 33 is 33, and the absolute value of positive 33 is also 33. It's just distance from 0. And then our practice for this in IXL is actually going to be IXL M5. M5. So when we're looking at M5, it's called Understanding Absolute Value. And remember, the SMART score of all IXLs is just 70. It says this number line shows a point at 10. What is the distance from 0? Well, let's count it from 10. So we start at 10. We don't count that 10 as a 1. It's starting at 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, it's what we thought it would be. 10 is 10 units from 0. So what is the absolute value of 10? It's 10. That is what absolute value is, distance from 0. Good work. The number line shows a point at negative 4. How far from 0 is negative 4? Well, here's negative 4. We don't start counting until we move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4 is 4 units away from 0. So the absolute value, the distance from 0, is actually going to be 4. Okay, easy peasy. No matter what the number is, absolute value is always going to be positive. And no matter what we got going on, all we have to do is write down that unit. So the number line shows a point at 6. I know it's going to be 6 units away from 0. And I know the absolute value of 6 is going to be 6. Remember, you can pause and rewatch this video as many times as you need to. Go for that SMART score of 70 on this. All right, guys, good job. Thanks for coming by.